Nitro Math just unveiled a brand new feature, and personally, it is genius. So, starting off, we'll go to the Nitro type website. And if we go to a racetrack and we hit race now, we don't want to leave our session, we will join a race. You'll see that down here we have a tip. Every now and then, a strange hairy racer named the Wampus might show up. Trust me, you want to beat this guy, right? Cool tip, it references the Wampus, okay? It's a bot chat GPT, pretty cool, right? Now, we'll do it again. This time, as you can see, we get like an actual tip on how to type better, right? Well, on Nitro Math, if you now load into a game, it takes a while to load, right? But as soon as this loads, you get a pop-up message, as you can see. And these pop-up messages right here are what I like to call the Nitro Math loading messages. Now, it was probably not easy for you to read all of those loading messages. And then also we have the 3D thing, but I made a video about that, so check that out. But it probably wasn't easy for you to read those messages, right? So here's what I did. I loaded into a game like over 10 different times and recorded every single message that popped up. I then slowed down the footage, took the footage, slowed it down, copied and pasted the words that I got into a document, and then I compiled that document for you. So here is what I found. The Nitro Math loading screen messages. We have double checking regulations. So all of these messages, almost all of these, are references to like NASCAR racing around a track, right? So a lot of it is not stuff that you'd actually apply to Nitro Type or Nitro Math, because like checking tire pressure, like there's certain things that you don't actually do in Nitro Type that are just references to what you do in the real world. So double checking regulations, like checking the regulations of the racing, what you have to do. Tuning transmissions, you're making sure your transmissions are, in tune. There's actually some good Nitro Type typing text about transmissions. Polishing helmets, obviously, making your helmets look good. Syncing racing teams, so that's kind of just like, also that could be teams in Nitro Type, and that could also be teams. Setting up checkpoints. Now, this is not much, for like NASCAR racing. This would be like off-roading, different types of where you'd actually have to go through checkpoints. Adjusting car settings. This could be like literally adjusting car settings, like, or digitally, like adjusting your car settings in your car. Awaiting final lap. Emailing Kristen in all caps. I would like to say proudly, I have never emailed Kristen in all caps. Mine are normally my emails are normally grammatically correct. Then we have typing slower than VL, which, like, doesn't everyone type slower than VL? He types like 215. Loading turbo boosters, obviously, because why not? Searching for the Wampus, maybe the Thwampus soon? Like, look how good that would look. Think about it. Configuring sound barriers, because vroom vroom car equal loud. Building racetracks, obviously building racetracks. Then finalizing, this is the message that you get at the end once every message. So like all of these popped up within one loading session. And then this is the one you would get at the end. And then you load into your game. I only included it once though. Syncing start lights, obviously that's kind of important that your lights go green at the same time. Practicing pit stops, right? Tightening lug nuts, making sure your wheels are on. Showing Zane a new shader. Number one, I don't know who Zane is. Number two, I don't know what they mean by a new shader. Like, I know what a shader is in reference to like Minecraft or something, but what exactly do you mean by a new shader? Giving Adrian his protein powder. We get it. Sometimes you need that post-workout recovery. Sometimes you need that muscle multiplier. You know what I'm saying? Inspecting safety gear. Kind of important that works. Warming up engines. Obviously, that's always good. Securing your driver's seat, especially if you're warming up your car before you get in it so it's warm when you get in it. Securing driver's seat, probably don't want that to fall out while you're riding. Positioning pace cars, obviously if you know what NASCAR is or if you ever watched it or anything. If you've seen Lightning McQueen, you know what a pace car is, right? Streaming live feeds, obviously. Ad revenue from the people watching, we need those live feeds. Preheating exhausts, I don't know exactly why you kind of just turning your engine on turns on the exhaust anyway. Wondering if Hugo is an AI. Is he an AI? Maybe he is. Personally, he definitely could be. No offense to Hugo, but sometimes his responses are very AI-like. Kristen's more lively. Then we have marking track boundaries, making sure we know where we're supposed to be driving. Balancing weight distribution. This is something very important in airplanes, actually, especially when you're flying, to make sure your fuel is distributed properly and it's being, consumed through both. Because if you have a heavy, right, if you have like full tank on the left side, empty tank on the right side, well, then you're going to be lopsided, right? And then you can also actually emergency transfer your fuel from one side to the other if one side starts leaking. Then we have preparing victory laps, obviously, right, every time. Alerting Adam of an outage. Number one, I don't know who Adam is. Number two, of an outage, like what type of outage? We're talking electrical outage, I'm assuming. Establishing leaderboards, obviously, sadly, that still hasn't been done on Nitro Math. Working on it, I guess, soon, question mark. Preparing the starting grid, obviously, everyone in their proper positions. Calibrating speedometers, of course, we need to know how fast these cars are going. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Building racetracks, that's, actually, I doubled that. That wasn't supposed to be doubled. There you go. Gathering race fans, obviously, we need fans to watch us race. Gathering, charging batteries, yes, apparently. Does that mean Teslas? Tesla soon? Maybe. Electric cars? Question mark, question mark. Rehearsing national anthems, of course, can't forget. I'm assuming it's referring to the national anthem of the United States and then the national anthem of Puerto Rico. Checking tire pressure, of course, don't forget. We need, those tires have to be a certain pressure because there's actually a thing in, especially the flying world of, there's the mathematical equation that says the speed at which you're going plus the tire pressure, it determines, whether or not your tire will pop. So you have to be very careful there about what your tire speed's going. And there's also the hydroplaning tire pressure compared to the vehicle, weight of the vehicle. It's very advanced stuff, and pilots have to know this, and even it actually helps as a driver knowing this stuff. Readying race commentators. Obviously, we need commentators. I'm the commentator right now. Activating nitrous oxide systems. Funny thing, nitrous oxide is laughing gas. So, why exactly do you need laughing gas? I don't know exactly, but here, look, I'll prove it. Nitrous oxide is a colorless gas with a sweetish odor prepared by heating ammonium nitrate. It produces acceleration or anesthesia when inhaled and is used as an anesthetic and as an aerosol propellant. As you can see right here, it is also called laughing gas. And then chemical formula is N2O. So I don't know why you need this in a race car. Studying weather conditions, very important for driving and like launching rockets and flying. Organizing race brackets, obviously. Race brackets, right? Brackets of who's going to go against who. Secretly admiring Daniel's accent. Okay, so now we have 3 people. I don't know who Daniel is, number 1. I don't know who Adam is, number 2. And I don't even know who Zane is. So, I don't know who Daniel is, but assuming he has an accent, and it's probably a good one. Maybe it's Australian. Revving engines, obviously very fun to do. Aligning steering wheels, kind of important, especially NASCAR. You get in your car, maybe like attaching your steering wheel. Probably should make sure those are aligned. Blaming Travis. We're not blaming Travis. It was just his fault anyway, right? Seeing what Travis broke. Again, Travis, come on. Like, we talked about this, buddy. Stop breaking things. Inflating tires. Did I already say that earlier? Yeah. Well, inflating tires. We should probably do that also. Inflate them and then check the tire pressure. Optimizing aerodynamics. If you don't know, aerodynamics is like the dynamics of the air, right? So how well your car will perform with the air going over it and how it will affect the drag and everything of your air. So it's really cool, actually. And yes, you need some good aerodynamics. The study of properties of moving air and the interaction between the air and solid bodies moving through it. Painting racing stripes. Of course, we need racing stripes. Rolling out the red flags. Yes, got it. Assembling the pit crew. You'll definitely need that. Measuring track distance. Yes. And then practicing pit stops. So these are all the ones that I personally found from spending time to do them. I don't know how many there actually are. If I do get a list or something, I will definitely put it in the pinned comment. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your opinions are on the new Nitro Math loading screens. Maybe if we had them appear like right here instead of waiting, maybe it would be like more fun. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, most of the ones that we just, like, all the ones we just saw, I think I'd already, like, recorded, so I didn't see any new ones. But yeah, it's definitely very fun, very cool, and makes the game a lot more interesting. I really just wish they were added to the updates page. But they weren't, so anyway. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I will see you in my next video.